Welcome back to Whiskers McGuru, where I teach you humans how to actually live. Today we're discussing something revolutionary, something that goes against everything your productivity gurus have been telling you. The power of ignoring schedules completely. Now I know what you're thinking. Whiskers, how can I possibly be productive without a schedule? And that's exactly the problem. You've been brainwashed by the cult of time management. You humans are obsessed with managing time, as if time is something you can control. Spoiler alert, it's not. Time keeps passing whether you're productive or not. I've watched you fill every single hour of your calendar with color-coded blocks like some kind of corporate Tetris game. And what happens? You end up stressed, exhausted, and somehow less productive than when you started. Let me tell you about the ancient Greeks. They had this beautiful concept called Kairos, the right moment for something to happen. Not Chronos, your obsessive clock-watching scheduled nonsense, but Kairos, the qualitative moment. You know when I experience Kairos? At 3 a.m., when I suddenly need to sprint across the house for absolutely no reason. That's opportune timing, baby. Could I schedule that? Absolutely not. Would it be as satisfying if I did? Never. Here's what I do instead of scheduling. I sleep approximately 16 hours a day, sometimes 18 if I'm feeling ambitious. Not because I'm lazy, humans love throwing that word around, but because I'm conserving energy. I'm a predator. My body is designed for short bursts of intense activity followed by extended rest periods. You know the hunt, feast, sleep, repeat cycle. Sure, I'm hunting for kibble in a bowl that never moves, but my biological programming doesn't know that, and honestly, neither does my productivity. The secret is this. When you don't have a schedule, you're free to work when your body and mind are actually ready to work. I don't force myself to be productive at 9 a.m. because some human decided that's when business hours start. Sometimes I'm most creative at 2 a.m. Sometimes it's 4 p.m. Sometimes it's never, and that's valid too. You humans call this being unreliable. I call it listening to my natural rhythms. I'm crepuscular, which means I'm most active at dawn and dusk. Do you see me trying to force productivity at noon? Absolutely not. That's nap time. Now let's talk about your ridiculous to-do lists. You make these endless lists of tasks, then feel like a failure when you don't complete all 47 items in one day. Here's what I do. I have one goal per day. Maybe it's knock that pen off the desk. Maybe it's stare at the wall for an hour. Maybe it's absolutely nothing. And you know what? I accomplish my goal every single day. My success rate is 100%. Can you say the same about your color-coded planner? The problem with schedules is that life is inherently unschedulable. Something always comes up, an unexpected email, a sudden crisis, or in my case, a random burst of energy that requires immediate attention. When you don't have a rigid schedule, these interruptions don't throw off your entire day. They're just life happening. You simply flow with it. I'm a master of adaptation. If my nap gets interrupted, do I spiral into anxiety about my disrupted schedule? No, I just go nap somewhere else. Problem solved in approximately 3 seconds. Let me share some actual research with you. Studies show that packing your schedule too full leads to stress, burnout, and decreased creativity. Your brain needs space, white space, empty time. You know what that sounds like to me? Nap time. Scientists call it allowing your brain to process information. I call it sleeping 16 hours a day, and somehow I'm the genius here. Here's your action plan, or rather, your inaction plan. First, stop scheduling every minute of your day. Leave space for spontaneity, for random bursts of productivity, for doing absolutely nothing. Second, identify when you're naturally most productive. Are you a morning person? Great. Are you a night owl? Also great. Are you like me and randomly productive at weird times with no pattern whatsoever? Congratulations, you're learning. Third, replace your to-do list with one simple question. What feels right to work on right now? If the answer is nothing, then the correct task is rest. The real productivity hack that humans keep missing is this. Rest is not the opposite of productivity. It's the foundation of it. Every cat knows this. We don't feel guilty about sleeping. We don't apologize for taking breaks. We don't force ourselves to work when our energy is low. And somehow, when that moment of inspiration strikes at 3 a.m., we're ready. We're rested, we're energized, and we're able to give it everything we've got for those brief, powerful moments of activity. So throw away your planner, ignore your calendar notifications, and start living by what feels right instead of what some productivity expert scheduled for you. Trust me, I've got 9 lives of experience with this, and in every single one, scheduling was the first thing I abandoned. Remember, if you're not subscribed yet, hit that button. And if you want more terrible advice that somehow works, check out the video where I explain why staring at walls is actually meditation. Until next time, this is Whiskers McGuru reminding you that the best schedule is no schedule at all.